Look what we got here. We got a wild Harry working on a Miata. He's working on a Miata. Alright, so Harry thinks that he's got a blown head gasket, so he's got a bunch of new seals, he's got a new water pump, he's got a... Oh, he's gonna show us, he's gonna show us. He's excited. This is Harry's daily right here. KO4 Turbo Tiguan. Rips. I call it the Rip-Wan. But this is his race car. If we can get it unlocked.
Got a new water pump. On it, I got valve seals, crankshaft, front and rear main, valve covers, timing belts,
and a new head gasket. So yeah, he's doing work on this. Right now I have to measure up my rear seat delete because I'm gonna be rewrapping it and finishing off that top portion to finish blocking off the trunk. So I'm gonna take up some quick measurements and then we're gonna head over to Joann Craft just to see what they have fabric wise, because I really want to wrap the rear seat delete in some sort of Alcantara or micro suede. So we'll see what they have. If they don't have what I like, then I might have to order something up, but we'll see. So it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I need a lot more material than I thought I would need. But yeah, like I was saying before, this rear section back here is what I'm gonna try and cover up in this video. I kind of want to do it with like I guess like a quarter of a circle. I don't know, that makes no sense. It's just like a curve. I want to do it with a curved bit. I want it to be kind of notched out, so like up 45 and then back, something along those lines, just so it doesn't look too perfect. How's it looking, Harry?
Looks like it's not like horrible, but I need a tool to hold the crank so I can do the timing and everything.
Yeah.
I don't have that. So yeah. And I have the short nose crank, which is like, you know, people with Miatas don't like that. But I mean, it's not that bad, right?
What's the problem with the short nose crank?
I don't know. Something gets like broken.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Those look OEM. Those look brand sticking new.
Yeah, those look good.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous of Harry's Miata because it's a sexy color. Honestly, it's just because it's all one color and mine's...
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Ooh. But that's just to make it easy access to get into the door.
I mean, it'll buff out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That'll buff right out. Is that a new alternator?
I don't know what he did. It's loose because this always squeals. When I start it up, it's like...
So we're gonna head over to Joann Craft now, and then we will see what their selection's like. Should I rack my rear seat delete in this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's popping.
Where's the lace stuff?
The lace. Yeah. This is pretty cool. No. Pandas, yeah, that'll be pretty boss. Alright, we're getting there. That's the smoother stuff.
Halloween. Where'd you cow spot?
That's a pretty cool color. What is this? That's more gray. Well, clearly that's gray. That's too shiny. I really like this though. I might do it in that, actually. That leather actually looks really good because in the rear seat area, I still have my like leather side bolsters, or cushions, whatever you want to call them. So that might actually look good up against it. I could even wrap the side bolsters in this just to make everything match, but I don't know. I'll keep looking, but it's looking very promising. So we picked up this leather stuff. Got a pretty cool bag for it, but off to Home Depot now to get what we need from there. So we're in the section where I need to be at Home Depot. They have everything I need, so I'm gonna get this, and then I'll see you guys back at the house start building it. We're in my parents' garage now. Got the car already pulled in. I got my materials over here, my leather, and then I got my aluminum sheet. The easiest way to get back there and start working is just to take this seat out, just so I can, you know, crouch around, roll around in there, make things easier, because it's gonna suck getting under and through these bars to get back to that little upper piece. But taking this seat out is gonna make it 10 times easier, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Seat is out. I have a lot more room to work with to get back there and do what I gotta do today. I'm gonna hop back there, take some measurements, and then with the aluminum piece I have over there, I'm gonna cut some strips. I have an idea of how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try because it's the easiest way I can think about doing this. So let's hope it works. So this is what we got so far. I know I said I didn't want to do like a circular design. I wanted to put some bends in it, but working with this, I really like this design. So I have this little green mark right here. That's where it's gonna meet with the rest of the rear seat delete. So pretty much where I'm holding, that's gonna be the top portion. It's a little wonky right now because obviously this is like the first try, but the next one's gonna be nice and smooth and round. But I really like the way this is coming out. So I'm going to cut the aluminum right here to match this length. So I'm going to straighten this out, figure out how long this is exactly, and then I'm going to match it on here, and then we're going to try and pop it in. Here is how I plan on bending it. I got 2 wood clamps clamping these 2 pieces of wood together, and then right in here is my metal. I'm going to take a grinder and I'm going to cut the metal on this edge. I'm not going to go all the way through, just enough to make it a weak point, and then I'm going to bend this up, and then it's going to create that that tight angle that I need. And hopefully it goes fine. When I cut it with the grinder, hopefully I don't cut all the way through. I really just need a light relief cut just to make it easier to bend. But I think this is gonna work. All right, so Sam right here got it all bent up. He did a good job. He had to add 2 more clamps right here and there, and but he did it. He got a 90-degree angle. Nice, good job, Sam. You did great. You did great. You should help me on my core more often. So I'm gonna get this out of this this jig right now, and then we'll go ahead and make that angle exactly how we need it, and then we could probably start curving this, and then we could probably throw it in the car and give it a test fit, see how it goes. Yeah, so right now I just need to match that angle up, and then we can start throwing the curvature in here, and then we'll go for a test fit. As you saw, we did some bending action. Right now it's like at 90 degrees, a little less or a little more, but it kind of matches up to this closely, as you can see. So I'm gonna take it off of this pipe, unscrew it, and then I'm gonna kind of work it out until it matches this curve a little bit better. Get these hard lines out as you can see them, and then we'll do a test fit in the car. All right, so pretty happy with how this is coming out. As you can see, that's what it's gonna look like in the rear seat. And then there's gonna be like a little half circle or half elongated circle cut right there, half circle cut right there. And the cage piping is gonna come through those holes from the trunk. But you get a clear picture of what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna hop over to the car right now and we'll see what it looks like inside. So off camera, I made a couple cuts on the piece itself, but it's fitting really good. The reason I made some cuts off camera is because when I first put it in, I measured completely wrong and it was like 2 inches longer on each side than it needed to be. But I made the correct cuts, and then I also notched out for the bars coming through, and it fits really well. There's a couple like little air or light holes coming through, but I can always block those off from the trunk area just to clean it up a little bit. But overall it fits really well, as you can see. I just need to finesse that little top part a little bit, and then actually let me throw this rear piece in and see how that looks. It fits really well actually. I thought I was gonna butt the two up against each other, but actually this piece is behind that top piece and the top piece is just sitting over it, and everything pretty nicely clicks together. You can see how the lines against that side bolster work pretty nice. Same with over there. You can see a little light coming through. Like I said, I can always block some stuff off. We're not done yet. Like I said, we're gonna rewrap the entire rear seat delete in that leather that I have sitting up there on the roof. And I think it's gonna look awesome. Right now, I need to go ahead and remove the rest of the paneling so I can unwrap it, and then we can go ahead, trace everything up, and start laying down the leather. Everything's out. I'm gonna start stripping it. It's just stapled on, so everything comes out really easy with just like a flat head. I could honestly just rip it off, but we'll start stripping it and then we can start laying out our leather. Everything is unwrapped from the felt right now. I got my 2 leather pieces that I bought laid out. I've got my bigger one over here. Now I forget exactly what I need each one for. Like I don't know which one does those lower pieces, which one does the back piece, which one does that one. So I'm gonna sit here and figure out which ones go where, and then I can get my tracing on, and then we could start actually wrapping each individual piece of the rear seat delete. I got the fabric cut. I also bought this 3M multi-purpose adhesive. That's what I'm going to be using to put, obviously to adhere the leather to the wood pieces and that little metal piece I made today. So it's really self-explanatory on how this is. You just for this to work, you spray the panel, let it dry. You spray the back side of the leather, let it dry, and then you put them together and just start working around the edges. So this is going to be pretty easy. All right, my camera died. While the camera was charging, I finished these 2 pieces. They're all wrapped and ready. They just need to be, you know, cleaned up a little bit before or after install. But those are all done. They came out really good. I'm really happy with how everything came out. I need to finish, or I need to prep this piece, cut those to size, and then I can wrap both of those. Once they're wrapped, I can go ahead and vacuum the rear seat area just to get it nice and prepped, and then we can go ahead and install. Okay, so camera died while I was finishing up that rear portion of the rear seat delete. And let's just say a whole lot of stuff happened, or a whole lot of time went by at least, since then. So, as you can see, I finished up wrapping everything. Everything came out awesome. You can still see the lines a little bit, but I feel like I'm gonna be the only one that notices them. But overall, everything came out awesome. And while I was charging the camera, I got a response to a guy I was texting about a hood that I was interested in, because obviously you know what happened to mine. And look what we got here. So a 3-hour round trip. I got a stock 3 Series hood. It's not OEM, it's an ECS tuning hood. I think new they're like 550 bucks. I got it for 300, and it's still brand new. He wrapped it like a Nardo gray, and he never installed it on his car. It doesn't have any latches on it. Luckily, I kept my latches, but we also have a trunk. One taillight, but doesn't matter. You guys see that? You guys see that M badge? Yeah, I know. I'm pushing like 450 at the wheels now. Well, once I put the trunk on, then I'll be pushing 450, but yeah. You know how it goes. So can't wait to feel all those horses now that I have an M badge on my trunk, but it's gonna be cool to see the horsepower difference. I'm just joking. All jokes aside, I'm really happy that I got a new trunk and a new, well, new to me trunk, new to me hood. I'm gonna throw the, well, let's get back to where we were. I'm gonna throw these in the car right now because that's what this video is about. And then I'm also gonna throw these on the car because I need these to go to work tomorrow, because I don't want my old trunk and my old hood anymore because they are crap. So let me get into throwing the rear seat delete back together now that it's all finished, and then hood and trunk time. Dang diggity dog. That looks freaking awesome. So rear seat delete is finished. I'm really happy how it came out. You could see that's the stock leather, that's the OEM leather right there on that bolster, and then this is the leather I did. Everything matches really well. You could see BMW has a tighter like grain, but overall everything matches really well, and I'm really happy how it came out. I like how it goes into the rear seat, or into the trunk bit, the cage. Everything looks flawless. Lines are good. There used to be screws lining this seam right here. I deleted those and did something underneath to make it seamless. Well, not seamless, screwless, but everything came out really good. Everything pieced together, awesome. There's a little like little something in the leather up there. I don't know what it is, but I think it's just something wrong with the leather that kind of gets me bad. I might do something about that. I probably will, but not tonight. But yeah, I vacuumed this up a little bit. I'm about to throw this seat in. Next video, you guys are going to see me throw the new seats in and get all those wired up with the heating and everything, so I can have heated seats again. But overall, the rear seat delete came out awesome. I want to do something about these things. There's a little scuff right there. I need to repaint this, or at least touch that up. But these screws, I want to do something, maybe some Downstar hardware along this whole back piece. That would be pretty cool. I think that's exactly what I'm looking for these to replace. These are just self-tapping sheet metal screws that I painted black, but they're starting to chip up. Rear seat delete came out awesome. I didn't really do anything yellow, but this is kind of a good opportunity to show you guys without the seat in. The yellow interior bits with the cage, how everything looks. So next we're going to move on to installing my new trunk and hood. Hood I can just throw right on. The trunk, I need to swap harnesses. They just snipped the harness on that one, on the new trunk I bought. So I need to tear my old harness out of this one, install it into that one, and then we can throw it on. So it shouldn't take too long, but I'm just gonna give you guys a little juicy time lapse of that stuff. I had to have my mom come out here, help me put the new hood on, because new hood is all steel and my old hood is like half aluminum. So as you saw in that quick time lapse I had, I was able to get my aluminum hood off, or it's not all aluminum, but you know what I mean. I was able to get that hood off, but this hood I wasn't able to put on myself, especially to adjust it, which that sucked. Because little did I know, my hinges were bent up a little bit. They're not too bent, obviously. I got them to work. But when I was putting everything together, that panel gap right there, the hood to the pillar, and same over there, hood to pillar, I was getting zero gap at all. It was just making constant contact. I chipped up the primer a little bit on that corner, but that's nothing a little glazing putty can't fix. But I got my body lines good. Everything fits really good. I'm really happy with how it came out, but yeah, that took me like an hour and a half to do. Right now it's midnight. I really wanted to get that trunk done because honestly, my dad's gonna scream if I have it in the garage too long, but I just really wanted to have it on. That's another thing checked off the very long list of things to do on this car. But I think I got a lot accomplished today. New hood is on. Rear seat delete is finished. It's all put together, all wrapped. I'm very happy with it. Don't ever need to go back there again and fiddle with that. Interior's coming together. Next video, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but next video is going to be the Sparko seat install that I have sitting in my closet, along with a couple interior bits. Nothing too big, just little, but it's a nice little change. And then I'm definitely gonna get that new to me hood. Trunk on the car. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know I enjoyed working on the car today. Doesn't seem like I got too much done, just the rear seat delete and a hood, but those two things are pretty big things working towards the end goal, you know? So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to keep a lookout for the next videos to come. I'm gonna be trying to post every Friday from now on, just to keep things, you know, consecutive, I guess, in an order. So, like I said, keep a lookout for the next videos coming up in the near future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.